often go through situations in their lives that, if not handled carefully, could suppress them and lead them into depression and even death. There are many limiting factors that could hinder a woman's productivity, and these factors could be political, social, and societal standards. Living with disability can be a limiting factor to women and it can hinder their productivity. But our ability as women to break through is what makes us special, unique, and strong. Hello, welcome to She and More. On today's episode of She and More, we have a beautiful guest in the house. She has been able to break all the limitations, and she is doing very well. She is an entrepreneur, a coach on mindset and skill set. But before we go on, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we will be meeting our guest of the day.
I'm Mrs. She&Morestudio, CEO of the Sparkles Names.
My name is Mrs. Amaka and I'm the CEO Digital Designs.
My name is Peter Kumani, lead coach on the Mindset Series International. I speak, I teach, and I train on leadership, business, and personal development. Keep watching She and More. Keep watching She and More.
Keep watching She and More. Don't touch that dial.
Welcome back, beautiful people. If you're just joining, this is She and More. Before the break, I told you we have a beautiful guest in the house. She is an entrepreneur, a coach on mindset and skill set. She is a coach on digital marketing. Okay, you're welcome on She and More.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good to have me here.
Hope it was not difficult finding this place.
Yeah,
You look good.
thank you. And you too.
Welcome on She and More.
Yeah, thanks.
So, knowing that you were not disabled from birth, and this is 6 years on, have you ever felt frustrated or have you ever been depressed as a result of this?
Okay, before I start, I would first of all like to correct an impression.
Okay.
I am not disabled.
Okay.
I am someone with disability.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a difference. Anybody can be disabled. Yeah.
yeah.
And for the fact that you have a disability doesn't mean you're disabled. Yes. So,
My bad.
you're good. Yes, that's it. So your question again.
Okay. Knowing that you were not living with this disability, and this is 6 years on that you've been like this, have you ever felt frustrated or depressed or overwhelmed as a result of this?
Interestingly, I don't know what's called depression.
Really?
I'm always I'm always excited. Sometimes I even have to control my excitement. That's how bad it is for me. Yeah, so, but I count it as a good because it helps me to not to look at the negatives.
Yeah.
Rather, I see opportunities in the negatives.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could remember when I was in the hospital when it happened. That was on July 3rd.
Third.
And few days to the amputation, we had to make up our minds and all that. And I was like, I have all reasons to be grateful to God
Yeah.
because what happened to me would have actually
Claimed
taken
your
my life.
Yeah.
Yes, but I would say the leg was actually a saving grace because where the accident actually hit was at the back of my head.
You don't say.
Yes, I didn't even see the vehicle coming. Yes, I was
Wow.
just walking along the road going to the bank in Iwo Road, Ibadan. That was 4 months after NYSC. And so I was working at a fashion house because I'm this kind of person that loves entrepreneurship. I love to be on my
I
own,
know,
do my
right?
stuff, work when I want to work, get paid as I want to get paid, and all of those
Can
things. I'm so
imagine.
passionate about helping people. Yeah, so I thought of it and I said, okay, I think I want to go into fashion and designing. I had a mentor who was in Ibadan. So she told me to come over and learn. So just about 5 weeks into it. So I used to be the one that goes to the bank to do transactions, also to the market to buy wares or materials or stuffs we use for sewing. So on that fateful day, I set out as usual, and I was so excited. I told you I'm always excited.
Yeah, always
so I was going
excited.
with full hopes. I had lots of things running
In
in
your
my head. I
head.
was catwalking, and you know,
Imagine.
and I was close to the bank I was going to. So, but you know, there are buses there, rickety, old, and
Yeah.
yeah. So the vehicle didn't actually have a brake.
Break.
You understand? And so it ran into me and then hit me, and all you can see now is. So that's what it is. But I've never ever
And
given up. I've
you-
never ever felt, even in the hospital, I became a celeb. Everybody, even the gate man knew me. As in everybody, once you're coming to the
You are
hospital,
just a
they're like,
happy child.
so opportunities were coming to me amidst all the odds, the disadvantages, and whatever the devil wanted to throw at me. But I threw it back at him. And
I like that. You threw it back at him. Take.
and I saw opportunities all around me. So
Mm.
I don't see depression. I don't know what depression is. I don't know what negativity is. Even when things tend to be difficult, I still look at it that there is a way out.
Knowing that you won't be able to
Yeah.
sew again, the fashion designing that you love so much, you won't be able to do that again.
I'll be able to do it if I want. I
Okay.
could use a hand machine to do that.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
understand?
That's true.
And I could also employ people. I remember during the NYSC days, I used to think of how I'm going to do the. I've always had this impression that I was going to have
An
an
empire.
entrepreneurship house.
Mhm.
You understand? Where people doing different skills and all that, all under me.
Mm.
So I don't have to be the
The
person in there.
Doing it, yeah, you're
I've-
just the boss
yes.
and dish out instructions.
Yes. So I believe in duplication, reaching out to people, and let's
Working
live rich.
together as a team.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been made worthless as a result of this?
Okay.
Has anybody made you feel worthless?
The fact is that everybody goes through rejection. That's just the fact. So it's a normal thing. But where it's so bad is when you take it personal.
Yes.
I always tell people, don't
That's
take
the
rejection
problem.
personal. When you take rejection personal, it's going to bring you down. But when you take rejection as an opportunity,
Yes.
that person that gave you that face will come back and see you.
In
And
fact, you should
you
even
understand?
give.
You want to change his perception.
Yes.
There's something I always use that helps me
Yeah.
to when I want to control change or change management principle. It's
Yeah.
called the Prague model.
Okay.
My coach Muyiwa Fashakin, he made us understand that Prague model can be used in any conflict situation. You can use it to your best advantage.
Yeah.
Yes. So why would someone reject you? It's his perception about you.
Yeah.
So what perception do you throw to people outside? That's what is going to determine. So you can change someone's perception in few seconds.
That's true.
Do you understand? So when someone throws such kind of rejection and pity party or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
I give them the next sentence I'm going to make will change everything.
around.
And the person is like, he wants to get to know or he's sorry. I remember there was a day I went to do some stuff. My network was bad, so I went to their office and I had to sort it out. So on reaching there, the security was like stopping me, and I was like looking at him, staring at him.
Yeah.
He was staring at me, and then the next thing I told him, hello, good morning, I'm someone with disability. He was still looking at me. He couldn't understand. I kept knocking on that door. I started knocking on the door. I'm someone with disability. So the people inside were now interrupted, and they were asking what was happening. The manager had to call on the security and told him to open that door. Don't you know she's someone with disability? The
Wow.
manager had to call him to the office in my presence.
So that's you
Do
turning
you understand?
everything around,
he
using
became
it
sorry.
to your
Do you
advantage.
understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the impression you give about yourself that people would take. You understand?
So you
And
need
that
to
will
accept
determine
it
their
and love
response.
yourself. You
Yes.
need to love yourself first
Yes.
and accept it.
Yes.
And then you telling him that I'm someone living with.
He became sorry. In fact, he now learned how to treat people with disability. Probably in his area, or the misconception is that people with disability have nothing to offer. They can't even come to areas like that. The question I asked him was, have you ever seen people like me here? And he said no. And I said, that's the more reason why you have to treat them well, so that they'll be coming here.
That's
And you
true.
know, when they are coming here, they'll be
they're
taking
also going
your
to
services
patronize
too.
you and add
So
more.
is it not to your advantage?
It
So why
is,
should you
it
treat
is.
people unfairly?
It's true.
And then I changed his orientation.
Yes, you
Yes.
did. You did. And that was wonderful.
Yeah.
So, is
Yes.
Oge married?
No, I'm single and happy. Yeah, Yeah.
Yes, very important.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about marriage? How do you see marriage?
Marriage is about love, understanding. Yeah, some people go into marriage and at the end of the day they feel like coming out. Probably they didn't prepare for marriage.
Yeah.
They prepared for the wedding. You understand? So marriage is something that the two parties have to have an understanding.
True.
Yes, so it's not something that you just rush into because everybody's
rush out of
getting
it.
married. Marriage is interesting. You want to have
Yeah.
children, and all that. If you don't have the good
Idea about marriage.
you end up frustrated. I know a lot of people that will be saying, "You have a very great opportunity. Okay, don't miss it." I've heard it from like 3, 4 women. You understand that they wish they were doing something before they entered marriage.
So, will you agree with me that marriage can be one of the limiting factors to women that can actually hinder their productivity?
If you don't prepare for marriage, because if you prepare for marriage, it becomes easier. Even the kind of person you get married to, is going to affect the kind of person, because where you are, what you do are the things that attracts that person, and you also have a perception about you. But if you don't prepare for marriage rightly, someone might have a general perception about women
Yeah.
and use it against you.
True.
But when he knows where he met you, how he met you, all of those things, when he wants to mess up, he remembers that this is who you were before marriage, and you understand.
Yeah.
I'm even happy that disability happened to me before marriage, because
Yes.
I'm this kind of person that I don't like being a liability to someone or making someone to feel it's not because of the marriage. Do you understand? The person will be uncomfortable in I don't like
Yes.
people being uncomfortable
Yes.
in a relationship, not to talk of a marriage. Marriage is lifetime.
Yes.
And I don't want to be uncomfortable where I am.
Yes.
I'm this kind of person that says the thing the way I want it.
And you
I don't
should be
pretend.
accepted the way you are.
Thank you.
Yes.
So if someone is coming to me now, it's coming
Because he
knows.
loves you and
Thank you.
he knows.
So
Yeah.
I like it this way. Yes, I'm not bothered. I'm not depressed. Or no. So,
Okay,
so
interesting.
he will come when he will come.
Yes.
And you have the right perception.
About
Yeah,
you. Okay. He will come when he come,
Yeah.
and he will have the right perception about her. Okay, what are the challenges you have faced in your condition, and has it been like a sort of limitation to you?
Okay. When I look at my life, I look at it like every other person faces a limitation. I don't
Yeah.
try to say, hey, because I'm someone with disability, so I have a
Yes,
limitation, bringing myself down.
No, you are not peculiar. It's not peculiar to.
Yeah,
your
I
person.
take myself as this is Grace Oge Onoha as usual, whether there's a disability or not. Going through this
Challenges must
limitation.
come.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I face it squarely as every other human being, and
Face it. I tell a lot of people that there are certain things in this life that you can't control. You can't say no. Challenges don't come, and you can't even pray for opportunities, right? Whether you pray for them or you don't pray for them, opportunities will come. Is how well you take those opportunities. That's
Yes.
what will determine who you will be in the nearest future.
yeah.
So sometimes you just pray for the ability and the grace to go through these challenges, right? Because if you say they shouldn't come, then you are
You know what I
being
tell people?
mechanical.
Challenges are also part of success.
Life.
So if you miss the challenges,
How
you miss
then?
the
No.
success.
Yes.
Because that challenge is just as if it's just
Like-
covering your opportunities.
I call it sandpaper.
Yeah, say thank you.
It
So-
makes the way smooth.
Yes.
Yes, if you are able to go through it graciously, you come out better.
Not just going through it. Yes, you are going through it. Some people will go through that challenge, but they will
Graciously.
remain the same.
I mean graciously, like you see it in a positive light and then go through it.
So successful people don't only go through it, they grow through it. Because you will keep seeing
The
challenges.
wisdom not kill you.
challenges,
Like I'm seeing
and
you
you'll be
have
growing.
sense.
Sensual one.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Interesting.
So successful people grow through challenges because you keep meeting them as you go.
you go.
Success is not a journey.
Hmm.
It's
So
not
it's what
a
you make out of it.
destination. It's a journey. Success is a journey. It's not a destination that you arrive at.
And
So in that journey, you keep seeing challenges and growing through it.
And I'll add to that, it's also what you make out of it.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
If you see it in a positive light,
It becomes positive.
If you see it as
Yeah.
it's
Negative.
negative,
Yeah.
then that's how it's going to turn out.
There's something I said in one of my video chats with my team,
Okay.
my coaching classes yesterday. We were looking at Think and Grow Rich, the book Think and Grow Rich by
Okay.
Napoleon Hill. So the chapter 3 was talking about faith. Yes. So what you feed your mind with, your subconscious, is what it will
Yes.
translate back to the physical
Yes, true.
and give to you. So the equivalent, the physical equivalent, is dependent on what you fed it with. Is it positive
What
or
you
negative?
see and what you hear.
You understand?
Yes.
So there is a relationship between your thinking and your results.
That's
So
true.
when you give your subconscious negative, it will now translate it in the physical as negative.
And sometimes you might not be saying, yes, feed on with the negative. It doesn't take permission from you.
It doesn't take-
It just stores
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
So you don't need to say, okay, 1, 2, ready, go, let's hit it. Without knowing, your
Yeah.
subconsciousness is just registering what you see, what you hear.
Yes.
Whatever you take in
And that's
is
why
registered
you
and
need
it
to
plays out.
daily affirm positivity in your
Yeah.
life, even when you're not seeing it.
Yes.
So, and the word was made flesh and
And
dwelt
dwelled
among
among
us.
us. Yeah.
That's positive affirmation. That thing you want to see. Say it in the present tense,
Yeah.
in the present continuous. I
And
am
work it.
succeeding. I am active. I am working. I am achieving. Every day say it to yourself consistently
I am the
and begin
best.
to take the action.
Sure.
And
Wow.
you will get there.
Okay, I feel like we shouldn't stop talking.
Okay.
So now, what advice do you have for women who are depressed, women who are feeling overwhelmed by situations around them, circumstances that they feel like they can't find a way around it? So what advice do you have for them?
Okay, my advice to women out there who feel less of themselves is you are enough. You are enough. All you need to do is to begin to think positively. Surround yourself with positive thinking people. Begin to take positive action. Read books that help to grow you. Fill your mind. I said it earlier. What you feed your subconscious with is what it plays back to you
True.
in physical.
I agree.
So that thing you want to achieve, begin to see yourself doing it and achieving it. I remember before I set up my office space in 2019. This is 2 years I set up my office space.
Wow.
I used to earn from my bed. In 2017, I started my cryptocurrency business. I'm also a coach on crypto trading. Yeah, so I started my cryptocurrency business on bed. I lie on bed, I earn from bed using my phone. So most of the activities I was doing, yes, it was successful, but the challenge was that the people within Benue State, Makurdi precisely, wanted to see me. In fact, they started saying probably because of her disability she can't go out. You understand? And I said no, that's a wrong impression. I can go out, I can do stuffs, and I became mobile because then I didn't have an office space. And then I went to their offices. Even 3-story buildings I was climbing. I was able to climb with my crutches, not with an artificial leg yet.
Really?
I was going all of those stuffs with my crutches.
Wow.
Yes, and I was doing businesses. So, but at a point in time, I had to now establish fully because I had lots of people that wanted a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And also it made me more professional,
Yeah.
having a space.
Mhm.
So people took me more seriously.
I agree with
So I had a space in 2019. After I went for a growth class by Coach Guvan Kengi. Yes, her mindset series class.
Mhm.
We're one of the people
Pioneers.
who started it,
Yeah.
pioneers. And since then I've been going for those classes. Even if I've done those classes before, I keep going for those classes again and again. Yes, so the thing really changed my perspective. I started seeing opportunities. What I have in that office space now was what has been in my mind. But when I started going for the space and all that, the space was just empty and not looking anything good. But that thing I had in my mind came
Played
to
out.
play. You understand? It played out, and today I'm enjoying it, and every other person is enjoying it. So you can do everything. Everything is possible. It starts from your mind, your mindset. What do you say to yourself? Do you see yourself as less or as more? Despite my disability, I see myself as more. In fact, I've not even started. That's just the fact. Yeah, so you don't have any excuse whatsoever. If I, someone with a disability, using an artificial leg, doing all I can do to touch lives,
What are you waiting
because some people
for?
ask me, okay, why do you even go out every day? I mean, I don't understand.
How
Who
can
are
somebody
you
who has
working
two
for?
legs with hands
Yeah.
is depressed? I don't understand.
So
Okay.
you can do everything. You are enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ogi said you can do everything because you are enough. That is what you think. If you think positively, you are going to achieve results. So it's basically what you think and what you
do.
want, what you do. So that is the much we can take on the show today. I hope you visit us next time for yet another exciting episode of She and More. Bye.